Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
A woman is dead tonight, and police are looking into whether or not she fell or jumped from a 22-story high-rise apartment building tonight in downtown Fargo. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. Mike has the evening off. Reports came in around 6:30 tonight, and Valley News Team's Krista Bain joins us live from the scene with more. Krista?
Steph, police are still looking for answers tonight after a woman either fell or jumped from an upper level of this 22-story building. Someone walking in the area actually called 911 after police say they witnessed what happened. Crews that arrived on scene tried to resuscitate her, but she was pronounced dead on the scene. They have not released what floor, her name, or age because they are still working to notify her family. Police say they are not ruling out a suicide as they are still investigating, but no foul play is suspected in this case. Police have been interviewing neighbors on several floors, and they're also looking at 911 calls that she may have made earlier today to try and piece all of this together. Reporting live, I'm Krista Bain, Valley News Live.
All right, Krista, thank you. Now stick with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this developing story. Video of a player from a Fargo South Shanley hockey team playing the choking game, also known as the pass-out game, has many people concerned. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker talked to a school administrator about that incident that took place last week while the team was at a hockey tournament. Cornelius, what did he have to say?
Stephanie, Assistant Principal Mike Beaton says this is a great time for parents to talk to their kids about the dangers of trying things they see online. Beaton sent out this email to parents of all the players detailing what happened, how a concerned individual brought the video to his attention, and how he spoke to the player and his parents while on the trip. You can read the entire email on valleynewslive.com. Beaton says this video that he saw came from the app Snapchat, where videos do disappear but can be saved before they're posted. This is a great reminder not only to avoid doing things you see online, but also reminding our young people, if you put it out there on the internet, it might not go away once you've deleted it. Stephanie?
All right, Cornelius, thank you. Now, there's no official count on how many people die each year from the choking game, but a quick Google search shows dozens of kids and teenagers who've played it and ended up seriously injured or even dead. The Associate Superintendent of Fargo Public Schools is agreeing with the decision not to allow a senior's photo in this year's yearbook. This picture's in question. It shows Josh Renville in an American flag tank top with a firearm over his shoulder. He's standing next to an American flag. Principal Andy Dolan says the picture violates school policy and state and federal laws outlawing weapons within 1,000 feet of a school. Renville appealed Principal Dolan's decision, hoping the photo would be allowed. Now, if he chooses, he can also appeal once more, but that is to Fargo Superintendent Jeffrey Schatz. Fargo police say thieves have been cutting holes through metal building walls and breaking into safes at several businesses throughout our community. Fargo Freightliner is one of the buildings that was broken into. They have since patched up the hole the thieves made in the building and are now looking into adding an alarm system. It appears the thief used the truck dealership's tools like a cutting torch to get inside the safe, but only a small amount of cash was taken. Two other places were victims of similar break-ins recently, and police say all seem to be connected after noticing all the holes were cut in a similar fashion. Nelson International, another trucking dealership, and the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch warehouse on 38th Street North were also cut through. And a similar burglary took place last summer at RDO Truck Center on 38th Street South. Police say possibly from the same group. Background checks for all firearm purchases, whether you're at a gun show or selling and buying online. It's just one of a part of sweeping new gun control laws outlined by President Obama today. The expanded background checks mean hundreds of new employees for both the FBI and ATF as they seek to process reports and to track illegal guns. The changes also include removing barriers for states to report mental health information to the government, excluding people the feds believe should not own guns. Now, we have posted a link to the full rundown of the president's executive actions along with a response from the NRA. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. A proposal for a new apartment complex in a quiet neighborhood just north of downtown Grand Forks is causing a bit of concern. Simonson's Lumber plans on moving its longtime business on North 3rd Street out near the Columbia Mall. They've proposed tearing all this down and building a 4-story, 70-unit apartment complex with 127 bedrooms. It means the possibility of an extra 127 cars and people in this quiet neighborhood. City officials say if the project gets the okay from the Zoning Commission, a series of public meetings is going to be held to let residents in the neighborhood voice any concerns over this project. It's Tuesday. That means it's time for Restaurant Report Card. This week, we dive into Fargo's restaurants with critical violations. The most recent report from the Health Department is on Seasoned Buffet off of Main Avenue in Fargo. It was marked with 2 critical and 5 non-critical violations. These included dirty freezer floors, no soap in the dishwasher, and boxes of food being stored near a mop sink. Bab's Coffee House in downtown Fargo was also cited. It received 2 critical violations for food that was kept at too warm of temperatures in the coolers. The coffee house is under new management and say they work to keep it as clean as possible. And finally, Grand Junction off of 19th Avenue received 2 critical and 4 non-critical violations. This is also the same Grand Junction where a customer found a screw in their sandwich just a few weeks ago. And this week's Clean Plate Award winner is Barbacoa off 42nd Street in Fargo for a spotless report. Be sure to catch this report and all others at valleynewslive.com. If you are boating on Pelican Lake this summer, keep your eye out for a very unique, massive, beautiful site on one homeowner's lakefront property. Artists Marisha Smith and Thijs Trompert from Holland are building this 20-foot tall metal loon. As you can see, though, in the background of this photo, they made a wooden sculpture replica of it first to make sure that all the measurements of the loon were correct and that they knew what space they had to work with. They have been working around the clock, and they'll continue to work on and off all the way through July, going back and forth to Holland in the meantime. The finishing touch, handcrafted, glowing glass eyes. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook to follow all the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your Facebook feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed all day and night.
Valley